So to start with,
All right.
AC or water cooled?
AC.
Why?
Every day. I mean, that's how they were meant to be. But you know, there's a lot of conversions happening anyway. But to each his own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a 68.
Yeah.
Would you consider any newer VWs?
No.
That's not a Beetle.
No. This is exactly what I wanted. A 68 Beetle. I wanted a white one, but I wanted the chinchilla grey. You know, swing axles at the back, torsion bars at the front. It drives perfectly.
Not even a 1303S or anything?
No,
Really?
I'm quite happy.
You might be surprised.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I have been offered bigger engines, a 1600 perhaps, but I think the 12 works for me. With the new carburetor, 30 pick 3,
It's fine, is it?
it's working beautifully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you say you got your Datsun that you've had for a while.
Yeah.
You got any other projects?
No.
Are you looking for any, or is 2 enough?
Unless I land a 240Z,
You'll be lucky.
That's the only other. That's the only other car I think I'd want.
You wouldn't contemplate an earlier Beetle?
No.
Really?
I think the parts.
Not even an oval?
That would be a showpiece. This is a runner, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
It's not a show queen. I can get into this car and drive. And I've done quite a number of drives from Nairobi to Diani to, you know.
Which is on the coast, that's quite a long way.
Yes, Diani, we did Garissa as well. We've done Nairobi to Kisumu, through Kericho back to Nairobi. I've done a lot of trips in this car, and you know, it drives beautifully. If you put the work in, you know, you'll enjoy the drive.
And it's only a 4-speed, isn't it?
Yes, it's a 4-speed.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get to 4th, you're cruising and you really don't need anything else. Once you're doing, you know, 50, 60 miles an hour, you're okay. You keep up with traffic. Yeah.
So, looking over here, these friends of yours.
Looks like your friends.
Okay, so this is my friend Kibe, and this is his 69 Beetle. How you going? So this is a 69?
No, 68.
68?
Yeah.
So what colour is this?
This is chinchilla grey.
Uh-huh.
It's the original colour for 1968 with a matching tan red colour for the interior.
Looks nice. So how long have you had it?
I've had it for about 6 years. It's a 1200cc 4-speed gearbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's pretty much standard.
Okay.
4 drum brakes, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
So what have you done to it in all that time? Have you done much welding and stuff?
Yes, a lot of mechanical work. When I first got it, it didn't look like this. So what I've really worked on is the mechanical bit of it. We've done the engine, did an overhaul. We've worked on the brakes, new wheel cylinders, new flex pipes. A lot of mechanical work. It's only recently in 2020, last year, 2025, that I did a paint job. But I drove it a lot as it was.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and the main agenda was to get it.
And where did you find it?
I found it in Nairobi in a warehouse.
In a warehouse?
Yes, in a warehouse. This was stuck in somebody's warehouse. It'd been sitting there for well over a decade.
Right.
Yeah, so I picked it up and we started off from there. Yeah.
So this is your first Volkswagen?
This is my first Volkswagen. It's not my first classic car though. I have an old Datsun which I've had for about maybe 15 years.
Right.
But it's my first Volkswagen. I always wanted a Volkswagen, and I finally saw this, and that convinced me to take it and work on it. Yeah.
So what do you like about Volkswagens?
Oh, she's so comfortable. She's so comfortable.
Yeah.
You drive her, and she can go anywhere. She can go literally anywhere. And looks good. I always wanted one. And it's just the perfect car for your everyday needs.
And especially here in Africa, it's not going to boil over, is it?
No, it won't.
Because it's air-cooled, lads.
Yes.
So, show us around the inside.
Okay, so we have...
You've had this recovered.
Yes, I had this done at Stitch by Wash.
What was the original interior? The same?
It looked literally almost the same, except it was a bit torn up. So I got the same color done in this nice red.
Yeah.
This is the correct color for this chinchilla grey exterior. We've got black carpets, red seats, red door covers, and we've tried to keep it as stock as possible, but functional, 100% functional.
Yeah. So
even the horn works.
So Do you use this often?
Yes, very often. I think it's one of my favorite cars to use.
Right.
Yeah.
So you use it during the week.
Yes, week and the weekend. Yeah.
So let's have a look.
Yeah. So this is my. This is my 1200.
Nice and clean.
Yeah, it's a basic 1200
Cleaner
cc,
than mine.
30 pick 3 carburetor. I
Yeah.
recently upgraded this from a 28 picked. It moves a lot better,
Yeah.
a lot faster, a lot smoother. You've got your air cleaner, you have your original fuel pump.
Yep.
I just rebuilt that instead of putting the Brazilian stuff. Then we've got, you know, your distributor. Actually, one of the biggest changes I've done on this car, which I think is the most beneficial, is that we put out the points, and now we have a points replacement kit.
Right.
Basically electronic ignition, makes it a bit more runnable.
Yeah.
Are
These rear lights, are they new?
Yes,
replacements rather.
New lenses.
So what do you do about spare parts?
Spare parts, I ship them in. I have, if you can come around this side, I have a little outfit called Little Things Auto Parts.
Here we are.
So, you know, we've been bringing in car parts for Datsuns, Peugeots, but since I got this car, we got into Volkswagens and set that up officially.
Right.
Yeah.
So you ship them from where?
We ship them from the US and the UK, depending on client's needs.
Yeah.
So anything you need for the Volkswagen T1, if you need for the bus T2s and T3s, we ship them in on order.
Because I do know that that's the problem with some of the guys here that have got old cars of any sort.
Yeah.
Is the shipping prices.
Yes.
It just doubles the price of the item, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, it
Which
does.
makes it really difficult for people.
Anything you need, you can get. Window handles, door
Yes, that's
handles,
right.
Anything. Literally, this steering wheel.
Yeah.
Anything to do with the Beetle, we can source.
Right.
Depending on individuals.
And I've just noticed this badge.
Yes, this is.
Where did you get that from?
Yeah, this is a German Wolfsburg edition badge. Just.
Where did you get that from?
Germany.
Which company?
I'll let you know. Yeah.
You can't remember. Very
Yeah.
good.
Can't remember. Yeah. So that's it, KMF. We also have some very nice tires. One of the other biggest differences on this car, used to have the Firestone Cavalaros, almost like that 73.
Yeah.
But they were worn out. The tread was still okay, but they were worn out. I mean, you'd go on the wet and you wouldn't be able to brake with those. So
No.
I got this 155 15, and that also meant that my steering wheel now is really.
They were from the UK, weren't they?
Yes, those were from the UK.
That's right.
Yeah. I think you.
Yeah.
You give me a contact.
That's right.
Yeah. So we've done a lot of aesthetic work, but before all of this, a lot of mechanical work. We did
Right.
an engine overhaul. We checked out the gearbox.
What's the mileage?
Oh man, it's turned over. In my time, I think I've done 100,000 kilometers twice. It gets to 99,000 kilometers in terms of both the miles.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So for those that are taking their first tentative steps into sort of the classic car world, and especially VWs, what would you suggest for them to start off with as a car?
Yeah, I'd say if you're getting into VWs, get the Beetle or the bus that you want. It helps if you know what you want, and once you get it, focus on the mechanical. I think there's a lot of emphasis today on paint jobs and aesthetics, but those wouldn't matter if you can't switch on your car and drive. So I'd say focus on the mechanicals, get the car driving, use it, and fix items in totality. I'll give you an example. If you've got brake issues, it won't help to fix that one side of the brakes. You may want to get wheel cylinders for all wheels,
all round
flex lines,
yeah.
And you're done with the brakes. If you've got issues with your wiring of the headlights, fix the entire wiring. So that needs to be planned. It needs to be done sequentially.
And
of a drivable project.
If you're not a mechanic, you've got to find a reputable
you've
workshop.
got to find a workshop or somebody who knows about the cars. It does help if you can get your hands dirty. I'm not a mechanic by any standard, but you learn over time. You've got to be able to open up your carburetor, put it back together. You've got to know how your distributor works. You've got to know how your brakes work, because you'll end up doing a lot of these jobs on your own. But I think it's really important to get somebody who is mechanically knowledgeable and you can learn from them, like I did.
Because the trouble is over here, isn't it, that lots of people say they are,
Yeah, and they're not.
and then you give them your car,
Yeah,
and 6 months later it's still as bad as what it was.
Yeah, it gets wrecked. So it helps to get somebody who's knowledgeable. It helps if you can get your hands dirty and tinker with the car. There's quite a number of people. I'll mention Harun. Harun is one of those veteran mechanics. He can get your work done professionally and honestly. There's quite a number of people who are into the Volkswagen.
And the best way is to find out about those people is word of mouth, isn't it? Recommendation,
you've got to get
rather than
reference.
finding them on Facebook or something, because you never know, have no idea what they're going to be like.
Yeah, but whoever you do get, say you get a very good mechanic, get your hands dirty. I mean, open up the carburetor, fix your distributor. You've got to know these things. You've got to be able to adjust your brakes if you need to, because you're not always going to be with your mechanic when you're driving halfway across the country.
That's right. So as we know, even here in Kenya, there are still lots of Beetles around. You just have to find, if you're looking for one to restore, finding one that's drivable to start with is a big job.
Yeah.
Easier to find one that needs work, but where do you find them? Is that, I mean, some are advertised, but probably word of mouth is.
Yeah, I mean, finding a running Beetle is a bit of a stretch, so you want to lower your expectations. But are there Beetles and buses around? Yeah, there are in plenty. You have to do some walking. You need to talk to people, get references. I think there's a lot of Beetles and buses in Kisumu, Western Kenya. You still can find some in Rift Valley, plenty in Nairobi. But you've got to put the work in, I'll be honest.
So if you come across a car, what's the first thing you look at?
Two things. For the Beetle, you want to look out for rust. What's the extent of rust?
The floor? Oh, you want a floor in it?
Yeah. Yeah, you want to look out for rust. Second, and probably the most important is, although you won't know that from the outset, is the engine. Because a lot of people have a lot of trouble with the air-cooled engine. Some of them are buggered up. But I think once you acquire the car, that should be the priority. If need be, disassemble the entire engine before you run it, or run it as it is and identify the issues. Those two would be the most important, because other than your engine and your suspension and your transmission, any work done on this car will get it runnable, but your engine could send you crying. Yeah.
And bodywork, obviously, I would think that the main thing that you find on cars like that is the floor.
Yeah,
Just the floor.
Really, it's the floor and the hinges. The hinges can be quite messy.
That's right.
On the Beetle. I don't think I've ever found a Beetle that's 100% clean on the hinges. So the rust gets it from the hinges and the floor. But other than that, most Beetles will have engine issues. That's the biggest challenge, especially if you're going to go above 1200 to 1600. A bit of issues there. But as I said, if you get a qualified mechanic and you know a thing or two about them, you should be able to get it runnable.
And obviously the only other thing is, as we've said, spares, you've got to ship them in.
Yeah.
There's nowhere
Yeah.
in Nairobi or even in Kenya where you can get new Beetle parts, full stop.
Yeah, well, there's one or two shops you can get mechanical parts, but
things like doors and wings and bonnet,
those
absolutely nothing.
You'd either have to chop another Beetle, or ship them in.
Yeah.
But we do the shipping. I think we've shipped in quite a number of bonnets and a lot of aesthetic parts. For the
Which
car.
is not cheap.
Well, it's not expensive either, because they are relatively affordable. But it really depends on the quality of what you want.
Exactly.
Yeah, the higher the quality, of course,
The more expensive.
Pay a premium for it.
Yeah.